Senior staff of the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment are in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, for a management retreat organized by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO. Benue State, being the host state, was represented by the Commissioner for Trade and Investment, who lists key areas being developed by the autumn administration to diversify the state's economy.
Currently, we're in partnership training about 500 Benue youth with the industrial training fund.
The special advisor to the president on economic matters shares a few tips on what it means to have an economic recovery plan.
If you make it easier for people to travel into the country, then an investor arrives, he's welcome at the airport, processes are smooth, he gets a good impression of the nation. But more importantly, every transaction he tries to do is transparent, is quick, is effective, he can register his business in time, he gets a good impression about the country. So if you add that to the fact that if he then realizes that my costs are going to go down because the infrastructure is first class, the roads are good, there's real way to move my goods, power has improved substantially, he says I can do business here because I can make savings.
There are many other roads that can lead to rapid recovery and growth, as suggested by the Regional Director of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization.
What we have to do is also to attract the local investment to invest in the country, because that's the foundation of the economy. And then if we can create alliances between the local investors and the foreign investors, I think then our economic environment is going to be in a better position.
The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment says good, workable ideas are always welcome, but he's quick to point out that key government policies in the area of foreign exchange are already yielding positive results.
I believe that as we continue to implement the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, we will restore investor confidence, which will in turn restore foreign exchange supply and will ultimately then also support, increased value-added and manufacturing in Nigeria. So the plan is a very coherent one.
It was agreed at this retreat that there's a need for more interagency collaborations, which will ensure less dependency on crude oil to sustain the economic growth and keep the country out of recession.